Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and we're back to LEGO Harry Potter Years 1 through 4. Let's continue. I've decided I should probably say Years 1 through 4 since it is two separate games, although it is getting re-released right about now on PlayStation 4 and I think Xbox One, maybe, as a collection of both of them. It's actually taken them quite a while to decide to put together that collection. Maybe they'll remaster something too. That'd be very surprising if they came in here and changed gameplay. You could certainly make another couple of Harry Potter games and just tell the story differently, have different puzzles and different elements like that. You could probably do that for almost every LEGO game, and there's certainly some bad LEGO games out there that could use with some remakes. The original LEGO Batman game could be remade easily. Even the second one and the third one could be remade since the story is easy to retell. Certainly LEGO Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit could be remade and improved upon greatly. There's a lot of things here. I guess I want to see if I can maybe do some of this stuff first before just following the ghost, because the last recording was rather short. So we have this, and then over. No, don't grab the kids. So here's our first red brick thing. You get this parcel, this box, and you have to take it over to this and give it to the owl. And then we now have Fast Dig unlocked. But we have to go to the Cyclops Owl Emporium to unlock him. So you can't just like click here and buy it. We've just unlocked the ability to buy it now. There's still some stuff going on here. See, notice this section is blocked off. I don't have a way to get rid of these fairies. And so, with all these fairies flying around doing things, there's more work to be done. We're building these stones up. So we've got 3 marker stones, but I would have to have some, let's see, can this guy clean it up? There we go. Yeah, and then this one, a separate broom for each one of them. I don't know what these stones represent, or if they mean anything or will do anything. But cleaning them off certainly gets me a red brick, a gold brick. Not a red brick, gold brick. And that, we have quite a lot of those to collect. Here, this needs dark magic to unlock. So what's interesting is either in this game or there's another student in peril saved, or the sequel. I don't remember which. There's another path. Yeah, there's another path down this way. And once we can destroy shiny silver objects, That path in particular was hard for me to see. Pumpkins, all kinds of pumpkin patches to destroy. Made another rain cloud, and it went right off the screen. There's all kinds of magical pumpkins going around. There's a carrot. There's a jack-o'-lantern. There must be 3 carrots sitting around here somewhere I'm supposed to pull out of the ground. There's all kinds of stuff on each screen. It's actually rather lousy with stuff. It's too much. They could have put half as much items on one screen and improved the game by having twice as many screens. And again, I'm just goofing around right now to see what I can actually accomplish. Let's see, can I pull this thing? And you have to get just the right angle sometimes. And tapping the X button sort of blasts all these things, but it's still a rather slow turn of events for a Lego game to have to tap things. Usually it's incredibly fast. There we go. That's another one done. And now we have Percy Weasley done. Like, this gate won't open. So I think that's probably as much as we can do right now. So let's walk in here and talk to... What's this guy's name? Because the game doesn't talk at all, it really needs like the name of the character to pop up, at least as an introduction, but probably just every time they show up somewhere. It's a real weird scenario. I did start this series saying you didn't really have to read the books, but you kind of do, simply because you just won't know the name of the characters. You'll just be like the big guy, and the kid with the orange hair, the kid with the brown hair, the kid with the blonde hair, and then that won't work because then there'll be 2 kids with orange hair and 2 kids with blonde hair, and this game is treated even worse because there's no subtitles or dialogue at all, and I know they're trying to make the game appeal to a very young crowd of fans that particularly don't want to read or can't read, but you can't tell a story as complicated as this story like this. So we're playing as the dog now, and Harry Potter is at the top center there. So the dog can dig, as one might assume. However, he can't really do much of anything else, so we're gonna have to quickly move over to another character. I believe this was the demo level that they showed people when this game came out. No Steaming Peril. Destroy that nest so we don't have any more wasps showing up, killing me, hopefully. Lego wasp. This is another great level that just shows how little of this game is actually like Lego pieces. It's really low. You look and you see these little Lego trees and such, but the vast majority of the ground, the vast majority of the tree limbs and roots and everything are just standard video game 3D modeling instead of actual Lego pieces. Again, we really don't know what we're doing, or what the game wants us to do. We're just kind of wandering around. Now the system does kind of work sort of well if you hold down X and highlight something, where it will change the weapon to the weapon you're trying to actually hit, usually. So we'll come over here as the dog and dig some more. And now we have Fang unlocked. And Fang can't make that jump. Fang can climb up ladders, however. And that releases what are these? Some kind of wood spirits or weevils? I don't even know. It would be fun if this was an entire level designed specifically to only be played by the dog. And then it would just be completely game breaking. Let's see, like in the free play when you could play as other characters. But Lego games never commit to a specific character that you have to play as, and in story mode particularly they should. It's kind of a weird nostalgic question we're in with Lego games. Lego Dimensions is now probably the only way they're going. There is a Lego, not universe like the demo that's on this game, but a Lego Worlds that is in early access that I'm not sure if that's ever even going to turn into an actual game, because they don't really want to put storyline or gameplay elements in it as much as have it be an open world like Minecraft, where the player can do whatever they feel like it and not feel like they're being asked to actually do any gameplay. Which I don't know if following the Minecraft trend is wise. It certainly hasn't proven itself to be wise for most people that have tried it. But then Lego is kind of a big company to attempt that. And if anything, arguments could be made that Lego was the trend Minecraft was following. But Lego Dimensions is probably the only new expansions we'll get. And if that's the case, Lego Dimensions has to come to PC or I'll never be able to play it. Or at least not for a very long time. And on top of that, you kind of have to ask yourself how many more Lego games can be made, because they have covered almost everything. They've done DC, they've done Marvel, they could certainly make another DC game easily, and another Marvel game easily. They haven't done like Superman or Justice League or anything like that. But all the WB properties have been done. Indiana Jones, Star Wars, even though they're making new Star Wars movies, that will allow them to make a few more games every couple of years. But after a certain level, they've pretty much tapped all the big leagues. you're not gonna see a like Lego Divergent series or Lego. What was the other one? The Mockingjay series. Some of those teen novel things that got movies made for them, but yeah, they're not going to go that way. And I don't think there's really that many more kid series that you could do. Maybe you could go really old school, do like a Lego Wizard of Oz. They've touched upon that. A Lego Doctor Who series, they've touched upon that. You kind of know what they're going to do. Actually, since they in Lego Dimensions, they've already touched upon some of them, but they have to be able and willing to make entire games out of it, and they may not be able to do that. They may decide instead to have just a single level around Wizard of Oz and then put it in Lego Dimensions, and that's what they have done. Or it could be that they just test things in Lego Dimensions and whatever sells well comes back. Like they had the Lego Simpsons and Lego Portal in Lego Dimensions, that they could certainly come back with full games of those if they felt like it. The real point is, will they feel like it, and will they have enough time and enough of a team? Because we have seen some really bad Lego games in the past when they start stretching themselves too thin. When they are trying to put out 2 or 3 in a couple of years. That usually is too many. They need to hold back and make sure they have good quality products every game. There we go. What is the deal with putting the chickens in the water? Oh, those aren't chickens, those are fish. They look like little chicken legs to me. I guess that's part of the problem of playing a game at a higher resolution, is things will start looking a little bit smaller than they were originally intended to look. Is there anything there? Really? So we already kind of know how to solve this puzzle, but we'll get it close enough. Close enough to solve there. There we go. Never let perfection be the enemy of good enough. I don't think that's the right phrase of that saying. The saying is pretty much means don't be obsessed with doing everything perfect if you're never gonna finish the job because of it. Particularly in school, I'd say good enough is good enough. Don't feel like you have to exhaust yourself studying or cheat to get a perfect score when you can get a fine score on your own merits without being super stressed about it. I can tell you from personal experience that nobody cares if you made an A or an A+ in school, or what your SAT scores were. What they will care about is if you are a 4.0 student at a very prestigious, difficult to get into college, and that's about it. So study in college, but anything else you can be somewhat relaxed on. Don't fail the classes or anything. This is coming from a person who actually was incredibly relaxed in school, and well, I could say it got me where I am today, but maybe where I am today is not considered a great place by many. Nah, it really had no connection whatsoever. Anybody can be a YouTube video game critic. There's no application for it. But there were entire classes that I took tests to get out of. There were entire classes when I was in school that I simply did the bare minimum and passed just fine. In fact, a lot of the teachers were more than happy to get rid of me, so they would bend over backwards and break the rules just to pass me. Yeah. I think in school I failed one semester in kindergarten, but it was for being disruptive in class. They made me go to summer school for bad behavior in kindergarten, I believe, which seemed vindictive to me. But yeah, all the other classes I passed fine. It's he who should not be named, or cannot be named, or shall not be named. I don't think you ever get to play as this character, unfortunately. I don't think you ever get to play as a half human, half horse. We unlocked Fang. Jeez, all that reminiscing and talking, and still the level was only 22 minutes long. There's certainly a lot more to these levels, as it typically is in a LEGO game, but you have to have all the abilities, and we'll find entire sections that you can't even access yet, and I always feel like that's a flaw. I always feel like you should be able to see and access everything. Maybe not obtain and finish every puzzle, but if there's entire doors that lead to entire sections, that should be done in story mode, so you get more of the players to see more of the game in case they decide not to do 100%. Now, if you're not going to do 100% on a LEGO game, you're probably never going to do 100% on any game, because it's really, really good about forcing you and making you feel like it's a good idea to play the whole game to completion. Anywho, that's it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All of that helps out. If you want to support me further, you can click on my name, Rydo. On the right is a blue button that says support this channel. Click it, make a donation. And if you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.